Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Sweet Paddy from across the shuck. Excuse me. And this is my Saturday ramble, where I pick a few knives out and I make a conversation out of it because I just want to talk about knives. And nobody will talk to me live, so I thought I would just do this. That's a lie. But I just thought there's a couple of little topics that I wanted to bring up that, first of all, one of the nicest things about this community, right? I have one good book for looking up details on knives, and that's it. That's been it. The trouble is that a lot of these books are American-based books, and to buy them over here, it's just costs a fortune. So the nice thing about this community is I really don't have to worry because I've enough friends who'll help me out most of the time in what I'm trying to find out. And for me, it's usually simple things like dates and things like that. So I done the video the other day on my two new knives, the Russell knives, and I had my charade one in here. Wasn't sure of the date of that. And then I asked Rasputin's Castle, fantastic channel. Please go and visit him. He's very much into older type knives. Most of his videos are going to be on old traditional knives. And he is just a font of information. Like we have Warthog and then Rasputin's Castle now, and for me, they cover the knives that I'm interested in buying. They're the leaders for me that I want to follow. So I'd asked Rasputin's Castle if he knew anything about this Barlow and what date it was, because I had, when I bought it, it was supposed to be 1973, made in 1973 by Boker for Russell. Now, that doesn't seem to be the case so far. Apparently, now, and you've got to go back to the time. This is where it became interesting. You've got to go back to 73, and that was the time where you had East and West Germany. So anything that came out of Germany to here or to America would have been from West Germany. It would have been stamped West Germany and not just Soligen Germany, as this knife is. I'll just show you now. Oh, it's on the main blade. Now, first of all, I just want to show this. This says Russell Barlow, and it is the Green River Works, which was where Russell Barlow were made. And it's got Russell on the stamp here, and then on the back it has got a smaller stamp that says Soligen Germany. So I still think this is a Boker, and I've no grounds other than the way it's made up. And I look at the pattern of where the pins are on it. This is a Boker, a modern Boker, and these are still made in the same way as it always has been, because they're handmade in Germany. So what Rasputin Castle had found out that Boker had made, or Boker in Germany, which would have been West Germany, had made two knives, two Barlows. One was in dark brown jig bone, which this is not, and the other was in black smooth bone, which this is not. And these were what they were called. These were under the radar. They were, I'm trying to think of the word that he used, and it's, under the radar, right? They made them, but then they didn't register them. They weren't registered, so you didn't have to put West Germany on them. I'm stumbling here, but just I'll get there eventually. So these were unregistered ones that they made. They would have made for other companies around the world, but there wasn't very many of them. And Boker themselves, this looks like it might even be as late as the 2001, whenever it was all the changeover and you could just stamp it Soligen Germany. That's where I am so far. And I'm showing this again today to see if anybody else has one of these and can maybe shed a little bit more light. Again, you have on here, I'll just show it on the tang here. You have the Russell Barlow, the Green River Works, which was Russell. But it's this stamp here, which seems to be different again than although it's something similar. They're all capitals. But it just says Soligen Germany. And this is in like a cranberry, sort of raspberry red, that sort of a colour. It really is a beautiful piece of bone. And beautiful. And, the reason I do think it's this is, can you see where the pins are? That's what makes me think this is a Boker made. They're sort of exactly where the boker would make their pins. The fit and finish on it is outstanding. It's still got amazing snap on both blades. It has that boker plainness where they don't do swedges. They still don't to this day do swedges on many of their knives, and you have a long pull on it, which the modern one does. Now, the modern one has gone to a bit of a thicker fuller at the top there, as you can see, or the long pull, I should say. So it's a little bit thicker on this, or deeper maybe rather than thicker. But you can see they're just so similar in size. They're ideally, I'm quite happy that this is probably boker made. But I think it's probably going to be in the 2000s and not the 73 that I thought it was. But hopefully some more people will chip in today, and please let me know if they have one of these and what they've dated it and anything. So that's that. That was a bit confusing. I'm sorry. It's Saturday and I haven't woke up yet. And the other thing I wanted to talk about today is small multi-tools, something I've been using more in this last couple of years than I've ever done. And I've had this one all that time, the last couple of years. This is the Leatherman squirt. This is the one with the pliers on it and not the scissors. I like having a little pair of pliers. I don't know what it is. I just seem to find uses for pliers when I have it on me, and getting wee jobs done that I maybe haven't done. It has the typical little tools, like it's got a little, what else has it got in here? It has a lovely little blade, lovely little blade in there. It's sharp as a razor, not great steel. It has a fantastic little file. You've got a rough metal or wood side, that side, and on the other side. But it's just handy if you're metal or wood, you just want to trim a little bit off. These are not for major jobs or anything like that. But I just love this. And on the other side, you actually have a pair of scissors. Sorry, I'm out of focus here. You actually have a little pair of scissors, which are very useful indeed in all multi-tools, just for taking tiny threads off or whatever. And on the other side, you have a little small screwdriver, which would do glasses on that side. And on the other side, you have a little bottle opener and a flathead screwdriver. So there's not a whole lot of tools, but the reason I like this is because it's compact. It folds away. I use a little hanger. It goes in my pocket, and I never, ever feel it in my pocket. It's such a great little multi-tool. Another one in the last year that I got, which I just adore, is this Executive. This is the sack knives, Swiss Army knives, and this is just another fantastic tool. This has the file, and it's a really good file on this one. Really, it's cross file. It's just fantastic for doing your nails. Lovely nail cleaner, and can be used for so many other things, poking, prying. It also has a reasonable sized pair of scissors, which are usual, fantastic, from Victorinox. On the other side, you have a small pen blade. You have your main blade, and these are the reason I like this. It's bigger than the classic, and you get a fair size blade, and that, again, I can get most work done with that in my day, with that size of a blade work. And then you get the funky tool, but I do like it because it has a screwdriver, and it has an orange peeler, but it also has this part here, which it's sharpened. Can you see that in there? Yeah, you can see it's sharpened bevel for ripping things. You know, yes, you can pull it over the top of an orange and it'll slice through the skin, but you can use it for so many other things. It's just a fabulous little tool. I love, again, this. I throw this in my pocket, or I can put it in a little slip. I've got a slip for it, and sometimes I'll use the dangler. But again, just two fantastic tools, Leatherman Squirt PS4 and the Executive from SAC. But probably my favourite, and definitely my most carried out of all my small multi-tools, is this boy. And look at that beautiful coffee mocha coloured micarta on there. This was made and put together for me from my friend Justin. Now, he doesn't do it he only does it for friends, which, you know, I can understand because it takes a bit of time to do something like this. And he put the tools in it that I wanted in a 2-layer, which is just lovely. I have got, I'm sure you've seen this before, but just thought I'd show you it. you've got an inline Phillips screwdriver. Absolutely adore it. The nice thing is, I got him to take the wine bottle opener off here, the corkscrew, couldn't think of the name, and to put another. This is the Phillips that I use if I want to get a bit of torques. This you don't twist too hard, because one, it's you're putting pressure on your knife. Where this, I can put a bit of torques on without threatening the stability of the scale. These are just pocket knives. They're not meant for hard work. So I have that on that side, and because I am constantly going blind, I got this put on it, the little magnifying glass, which is stunning. It really is a fantastic little magnifying glass. Of course, it has the main blade. This is filthy because it gets thrown in my pocket so many times and there's lint all over the place. I have another beautiful little pen blade. And this, to me, is everything I need on a daily basis. Because I usually have a pair of scissors and pliers on that if I take that with me. But this just does me most days for around the house. If I need a pair of pliers, I'll go and grab my Leathermans or things like that. I love carrying this. I just love the colour of it. And a bit of a leather fob on there and a pocket dangler. I can't recommend it enough. But you have to find somebody. Another boy that that I would recommend is Bladebridge. Go over to bladebridge.co.uk. Check him out. He's on Instagram, he's on Facebook, he's on everywhere. Go and check him out, because he can make you knives up. Whether you have to supply the bits or he might have them there and he'll charge you for the bits. But he can make it up to your wants. And he's a fantastic finisher. He really does make a good job. And he can do all sorts of tricks with SAC Swiss Army knives. So I will go and check him out. Bladebridge, definitely at bladebridgelimited.co.uk. Go and check him out. So there's three. And there's boundless amounts of them out there. But these are my three favourite. And they're probably all used for different. This is my sort of everyday. This is where I might need a pair of pliers when I'm out. And this is just a fantastic little tool to have in your pocket, in your fifth pocket. Both of these are fifth pocket carryable. And you can have that in your pocket. And let me tell you, either one of them two and this, you're covered. You're covered for most little jobs you're going to do in a day. So there's three of my favourite multi-tools. Now, let me know down below, what's your favourite multi-tool? Small multi-tools. This would be the biggest. I'm not sure what this... I have no ruler down here. Forgot to bring my blooming ruler, as normal. But anyhow, I think this is it a 91? It might be 91 or 85. I'm not even sure about that. I think it might be a 91 millimeter. But it's, it's just a super little tool. And don't forget, a lot of these SAC knives are going to be discontinued. So the Executive, I think it's staying okay. I'm not sure, but there's quite a few that are changing. And it's worth checking up now, because come the end of this year, there's probably a lot you're not going to be able to get. And therefore, the price is going to go up. So be ahead of the game. Be warned. So there's the three that I got there. And this other part of my life in slip joints, my especially Barlows. I do love Barlows. I'm really trying to put my money in these rather than just sort of... I'm saying that. I've been buying an awful lot of the old American pen knives, like the Remington, the PAL, the old time. I really have got quite a lot, haven't I? I've got quite a lot to go with. But that's where I'm putting my money in, the older knives, because I'm enjoying them and the history that can come with these, which is just fantastic. What else have we got to say? Yes, I changed my EDC yesterday for this weekend, and this is one of them. I'm sorry, folks. I know a lot of you are not going to like what I'm going to say, but this is by far, the best modern slip joint that I have ever handled. I adore it. Top of the tree. It's just top of the tree of my GECs. And to get to the top of that tree, you have to be special. It has to be something that you like. This is the pattern that I like. Great if it had been a Barlow, but it's not. And maybe next year I'll get a Barlow like that. But this blade shape, the handle length, the micarta is me. It's not for everybody, especially this micarta is not for everybody, but it's for me. And this is by far the best Jack Wolf yet in my hands, and for something that I'm going to use. This is not a safe queen. This will be used. And it is being used. It's in my pocket today. I'm down the caravan. So if I go out and I need it, it's being used. I can't recommend. There's so few. There's only 3 carbon fibre ones left. Now, not this model, but there's only 3 carbon fibres left over in Fraymar knives. I was talking yesterday. Get over and get them before they go. Honestly, you'll regret it. There's 4 of the micarta. Again, the micarta is fantastic. Now, it's black micarta, but it's a light black, and you can dye it. I dyed Justin's black one, a navy blue, and it came out amazing. Amazing. So don't be frightened of just getting the micarta version, plus the fact that it's a bit cheaper. So, what else have I got to drone on about? Because I do drone on a bit. No, that's it. And this week, as long as you're happy with, or will I give you a choice? I might even give you a choice. There you go. Would you like to see my Barlow collection, or would you like to see my case collection? Now, there's one for you, for all those case lovers. I think I've probably more case lovers than Barlow lovers. Well, that's what I think. This might just be interesting. So, would you like a collection of my Barlows, or would you like an updated collection on my case knives? So whichever one wins in the comments, I will go along with. So everybody can check up that I'm doing due diligence. I will check. So let me know down below. What would you like, Barlows or case? And please go get one of these before this goes away, this model. You know, it could be another year before they have another model like this. It'll not be this, but it'll be like it. You know, it could be another year. So don't miss out. There we go. I think that's finished. I think that's my wee Saturday chat. What are we at? About 17 minutes just turned. I've enjoyed talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my old waffle. And again, down below, let me know what your favourite sacks are. Not sacks, your favourite small multi-tools are. And what you would recommend to other people. Especially people who've just come around. You know, especially you can get this executive, although it's quite difficult. But the skirt you can get, that's a made-up one, and I've told you, Blade Bridge, Dan over at Blade Bridge will make you one up. And if you hang around long enough, he probably will do one as a custom on his site, or you can get him to make you a custom. And his prices are very, very keen. So there you go. I'm away for, oh, not away. I'm actually here. So I'm going to turn you off. I hope you enjoy this little video. And I am going to spend another half an hour talking to myself in this wee room, because the silence is beautiful. It's a miserable, if I can get you up there, it's a miserable day out there. I can't really get it up. I'm sitting at the window of my wee back bedroom where I do all my videoing, and it's a miserable day out there. So I've had the company being warmed by your participation in this video, hopefully. There we go, a few questions. Let's see the answers. Take care, bye-bye. Paddy's gone, definitely this time. Bye-bye.